Here's a simple project we've created using Cubase 7's stock loops and sounds. We're going to change the sound of the track by employing some of the new features found in the redesigned Mix console. We begin by opening the Mix console in the same way as in previous versions of Cubase. Either select it from the Devices menu or use the F3 function key command. As we play the track, the first thing to notice is that the output meters are peaking. To turn all the channels down by the same relative amount, Command or Shift click the channels that you want to adjust and click the Q-Link button. This allows you to temporarily link all the selected channels so that any adjustments made to one will be made to all. Pull one fader down by about 10 dB and the others should follow suit. Note that Q-Link is not just for adjusting volume, it works for pretty much any common parameters between the selected channels. For example, solo, mute, pan, and pretty much anything else. Turn off the Q-Link again when you've finished making your adjustments. Over on the left, the Visibility tab allows you to choose which tracks are currently visible in the mixer. This is done by clicking the circular buttons to hide channels that you don't need to see, like the stereo input channel here. To hide everything other than the selected track, hold down Shift while you click. And to reveal any channel that interacts with the selected channel, select the Show Channels that are connected to the first selected channel option from the Agents menu. We've selected the main drum loop, and now we'll add some compression using the new channel strip modules. Click the box labelled Strip in the rack area above the channel. And then select the standard compressor from the Comp section drop-down menu, which is revealed by clicking the small triangle to the right of the word Comp. Set the threshold to -10.7. and the ratio to 4.2 to 1. Then click the small red button between the attack and release controls to enable auto release. Now let's tighten the second drum loop with the envelope shaper. If you can't remember the channel's exact name, just type loop into the search window and click the result to select the required channel. Click the trans slot in the rack area and select the envelope shaper from the drop-down menu. Turn the attack up to 8 dB to harden up the front of the sound. And set the output gain to -2 to compensate for the increase in overall level. Now let's change up the EQ on the SynthSeek 2 synth part using the Cubase's 7's revised EQ module. Single-click the EQ section of the central rack to reveal the EQ sections for each channel. If you click on the small graphic display, it will enlarge, allowing you to click and drag to reshape the curve. We've cut 2 kHz by 5 dB, and we're going to add a 6 dB high shelf at 2.5 kHz. If you hold down Shift and drag to adjust the node's Q setting, which is the width of frequencies affected. To sidechain the Jupiter pad part, enable a tube compressor on the pad channel and click the small grey button labelled SC to activate its sidechain. Now find the kick trigger channel, which is simply a 4/4 kick drum with its output turned off. Scroll up to the routing section of the track and click the output slot. Select the pad channel's compressor sidechain from the list of available outputs. Then, on the pad channel's compressor, set the input to 48 dB, the release to 99 milliseconds, the output to 1 dB, and the mix to 100%. The vocals could do with some extra delay, so let's add a new effects channel directly from the mixer. Open the 7's section at the bottom and right or control click on the empty slot. Select Add Effects Channel to Send from the menu. Pick a delay plugin from the list. We're going to go for Cubase's mono delay here. Then click Add Track. An effects channel containing the plugin is added to the project, complete with a send level control on the vocal channel. Set the plugin's mix to 100% and adjust the send and return levels to taste. To display the new loudness meter over the master output, click the window layout palette in the top left corner and tick the control room meters box. Set the tab at the top of the meter pane to meter and the tab at the bottom to loudness. The loudness meter is useful because it displays the average loudness rather than just the peak values, making it easier to standardize the perceived loudness of multiple projects.